So here's our new project. This is a Honda pressure washer, 3000 psi. I didn't dumpster dive this, but if you want to make it dramatic, you know, they were throwing this away. I asked the guy if I can have it, just to make a video and just make sure. I pulled it over already, and it has compression, so that's a plus. You know, I pulled this, and it's got good compression. He said that the gas went into the engine. Obviously, that's not a big deal because the flow could have just gotten stuck. But let's take it apart and see what we got. I'm gonna spray DW40. I'm gonna spray some DW40 on all the bolts. I didn't wash it. Normally I like to work on the stuff clean, but I really don't have a good spot to pressure wash it, so let's, the gas smells good, everything smells great in here. You know, it's good gas, and there's no, the only thing I see in there is the filter is down in there, and that could have, I see a little bit of garbage in there, not garbage, but a little debris from inside there. See, I got a light. Yep. Yeah, there's some garbage on in there. So, but there is a filter. If you look down in there, there is a filter right there. So, and there is some stuff, but you know, it looks like bugs and things. So, and the filter looks clean. So this whole thing looks in pretty good shape. But another thing that I see here is that this thing won't, see, it's messed up a little bit. And it won't thread on here right. It starts to go, but then it gets hard. Yeah, it gets hard. It goes like sideways. So it's either the threads in here are messed up, and we're gonna look in there and see. Maybe I can clean those up a little bit. I think there's something going on in here. Anyways, I'm gonna use my little machine there to suck the rest of it out. And the good thing is, if it goes low on oil, it has a shut off, and it says it right. It says it right here. It says it right there. So, but it's got good compression. So I'm assuming there's really nothing wrong with this, other than maybe the carburetor is dirty. So I am going to take the carburetor apart, because when before I put it in the van, I drained all the oil out and the fuel. It looks like a whole gallon of, or close to a gallon of gas was in there. So, and yeah, it doesn't look bad. I mean, it's a little. She says it's 12 years old, so you know, it was about time for them to get a new one. But this puppy, it's dirty, but it's not. You know, it's not. And I see the carburetor's leaking a little bit there. So yeah, let's see if we can get this thing going. Maybe we can get this thing running. All right. pretty clean in there. Filter's pretty clean. Get some wrenches and get that thing off of there. Everything's pretty clean. There's some rust, but where this thing is stored, you know, it's by the ocean, so you're gonna get some corrosion. I honestly don't even think there's a problem with the carburetor. I think this thing just got, sometimes when you get a little bit of heat on the tank, if the needle is not seating there, right, you could have a little bit of pressure built up in there from the heat and push the gas into the engine if this is not sealing right. Okay, what do we got going on here? What's holding me up? It has to come off of here. All right. It's just dirty, but man, this thing is. There we go. Oh, nice. What smarty pants did this? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This thing is on here. Okay. And you can't really slide this. That's nuts. Okay, so we've established that you can't get that from here. That kind of sucks. But we might not have to take it apart. Let me see if I can get this. Let's go down here, take a look. We might be able. We might be able just to get this off and take a look in there and see what we see. Whoa. We gotta go that way. Wow. Somebody put their meat hooks on this. Wow. Okay. Still some gas in there. Let's see how clean the inside of this thing is. Well, we might have found our problem. It's pretty cruddy in there. Like I said, it didn't look. This doesn't look to me like it's that bad, but it is. It's got a lot of stuff in there. Okay. Oh, that's nice. That's still in pretty good shape. So that's still in really good shape. I think I'm gonna take this off of here and see if I can throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner. Kind of sucks that we can't get this out of here. But let me see if I can use a. Let me see if I can use the Motivator 2000. Let me see if I can get it off. I think I might be able to. I think I'm gonna have to climb up here. Here's where everything goes south. Okay. It's pretty clean, so. Nice. I don't want to touch you too much. You might have your birthday clothes on, and I don't want to get you all full of, smelling like gasoline. Not only is she extra filthy, that's the clamp for the the fuel. We're probably going to have to put a new fuel line too. This is pretty crusty. This is also missing a few bolts. All right, I think I'm just going to remove the engine. Just remove the bolts. All right. All right, so just took out all the bolts, just four bolts. Pretty nasty under there. This thing hasn't had a bath in a long time, so. Anyways, Yeah, this is all original carburetor. Says Japan on the side, so, and it's pretty clean in there. I mean, nothing. Everything looks pretty good. I bet that all that happened here, it's I don't know, I don't know. Anyways, some debris got in there and held the, or like I said, if this tank builds enough pressure, it'll pull. You know, if it heats up enough, it'll push the gas into the carburetor. So any of that, you know, that stuff. I'm gonna throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner just to give it a good. Even though it looks fantastic in there, but yeah, it looks really good in there. Um, yeah, let's just throw this in there and see what happens. Okay, while we wait for that water to heat up, all right, let's go ahead and take this off. Yeah, so that's in pretty good shape. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'm just gonna put a little, it's rusty, but other than that, I mean, it might not even run still, but whatever. Like I said, it's got plenty of compression. I can feel it. So I'm not going to put the needle in the ultrasonic cleaner to get cleaned because I put some degreaser in there. I don't want, it's kind of like a little rubber thing. I don't want that thing messing up this little guy. So I'm going to leave that out. This little guy does not go in there straight. So let me try to clean this up a little bit and see what we can do with this. I might have to get a new one. I don't know. We're up to temperature over there. So let me stick. I put a little bit of Formula 88 in there. Very little because it's very corrosive. So, oh yeah, she's hot. She's hot. So, in it goes. Okay. And then we're going to throw these guys in there. Yeah. Throw all that in there. Okay. And we're gonna let this cook for 5 minutes first. Kind of noisy, but not bad. Okay, so I took this thing to the grinder, and I think what's happening here, this thing is a few thousandths smaller than the outside diameter of the thread. So that's what I think is happening here. Even this one, it's going in a little hard, but this one on the other side just goes in just fine. I mean, it's also a little tight, but it goes in nice until it gets, you know, it does go in nice. So what I think happened here is I cleaned it all up, but I think they put it in, and since it was kind of tight, they wrenched on it and destroyed all this. But I took it in the grinder. I knocked a little bit off the top, just to, because I think this is a little bit bigger than this hole. So yeah, we'll give it a try and see. I think it'll work. Let's see. You gotta just make sure that when you're putting these in, you just go back first, and then just so that it'll go in nice and smooth. But look at there. Yep. Look at that. Look at there. That's awesome. Look at that. That goes in. There's no movement at all. There's no movement. When you start, there's a slight bit of movement, but then after that, look at that. Nice and flush. Okay. So, yeah. Wow, nice. Now we'll put this thing and see how it does with this. Let's see. Like I said, these are pretty hardy engines. They don't just die. Boom, there it is. Beautiful. All right, we took care of that too. This was leaking a little bit, but it looks to me like the oil. It's in pretty good shape. There's no definitely no water in there, so that's nice. Okay. All right, let's go check on our carburetor and see what we got. See how clean this thing. It's been in here for 10 minutes. Probably pretty hot. Wow, it's pretty dirty in there. It's cleaning up pretty good. Maybe it needs a little bit more. I'll turn it around a little bit. I'm gonna put it for another 10 minutes. But I think that's gonna clean up pretty nice. Okay, so we got this out of here. It's pretty clean, pretty good. So let's just use some air and get it cleaned up. Watch your eyes. Get your safety glasses on. She is nice and clean. I don't know if I should open this. Usually when you open these, they start to leak, and I don't know. I don't really want to open that. If you get some kind of issue, then maybe I'll know. Dokie. It's pretty decent. Nice and clean. So let's put this puppy back together and see what happens. Ooh. Ooh, bless you. Okay. This also cleaned up pretty nice. What the hell? Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What is happening here? I had it like this. And it goes like this. You know, that would only be a factor if we were building nuclear weapons or something. But for this type of application, I think putting it the wrong way won't won't cause that much any damage. All right, there you go. Don't want to go too tight on that. Nice. Let me see if I have one of those little clips for this. I don't have one here, but I'll get one to put on. I have them at the house. So that'll work for now. Yeah, it'll work forever if it doesn't leak. Okay. Well, I left something out. I'm gonna have to use the motivator again to get that out of there. That sucks. But we'll do it again. Oh yeah. The Motivator 5000 doesn't fail. I got one, but it's a little too long. So I'm gonna have to cut this thing. Yowzer! That's a bit hot. Holy. Shit, that's hot. Nice. Nice. Now we just got to get some oil. All right, so let's add some oil to this and see if she'll start. I got to add a little fuel too. But this is 10W30. I don't know if that's what it takes, but normally I like to use 10W40. I think it's just a little bit thicker. And but here we have, it's hot all the time in Florida, so it should be good. Man, there's a leaf in there inside the funnel. Good grief. Okay. Plenty of oil. That closes so much nicer. Right? Okay, we got oil. Let's go give this, let's go take it out there and see if it'll start. Let me hook the water hose to it. Let's see what happens. I expect this thing to be just fine, but you just never know. I'm going to put water because I don't want to, you know what, I might just run it for a minute. It can run without water for a second. So let's give it a try. Let's put a little gas in it. I got the fuel shut off, so. All right, place your bets, boys and girls. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so we'll throw a little choke on it. Open the gas. Turn the thing on. Okay. So choke on it. A little bit of fuel. Smoking a little because I'm pretty sure the oil went into the cylinder. But yeah. Forgot to turn on the camera. Kind of sucks. There she is. No leaks. We'll check tomorrow and make sure the gas is still not going in there, but it's got a shut off valve, so it should be fine.